Welcome back to another episode of Big Bear Boxing Squad, episode number 46. The conversation I want to get into today is about Teofimo Lopez, and can he get back on track after he lost to George KAMBOSOS? Let's take a look at what Teofimo had to say before the fight and what his father had to say after the fight. Were there signs of confidence issues before everything transpired?
Teofimo about KAMBOSOS, and he was talking a lot, especially after you announced that you had COVID and you were battling that, obviously. Do you guys have some bad blood now because of some of the things that he said and how he said you were irresponsible? He said a lot of things that I would think didn't sit right with you. What's the relationship like with you guys right now, personally?
Yeah, I got my phone. The moment, I always tell people, business is business. I understand that. The moment you cross it and you disrespect my family, the guy, from what I heard, because I wasn't in Miami, so he was acting all big and bad and tough. I was over here and having COVID and I was dying. Here in Vegas, I heard that he had screamed at my whole team, my whole family, and cursed at them. So, while I wasn't there, he wouldn't have done that had I been there. You know what I'm saying?
I know as a trainer and a father, it's always tough to watch your son take a loss, especially his first loss. How did you feel in the corner when that decision was read, a split decision for KAMBOSOS?
Man, listen, man. You saw me in every round, jumping up and down, telling my son, you got that, you got that, you got that, you got that. You can't win a fight if you're not staying busy. My son was touching him every second. He said it was like a flash knockdown. You know what I'm saying? But there's no way this kid can beat us.
So the point of me making my videos the way I do is to create that conversation. And I think this video is very fun putting together because it creates a deep conversation. Was there excuses before the fight? Teofimo with his COVID excuses. I wasn't feeling good, I almost died. And now you got the father in the second clip saying that they cheated us. I gave my son every round. That's your son. You're gonna give him every round. But if it depends on what type of experience you got with coaching, you're gonna tell your fighter the truth. Maybe he really did think his son had it, but I think that they took KAMBOSOS very lightly. I think they made a very, very big mistake by not taking the rematch. I think that Teofimo took his first loss and he took it hard. He took an unnecessary loss. But even with a loss, you can come back and say, hey, let's run it back. A lot of boxers have taken losses and say, hey, let's do it again. Even in a win, Floyd Mayweather have said, hey, let's run it back. If he didn't get it, even with the Madonna fight, if he felt like he didn't get it the way, he thought he got cheated, let's run it back. They ran it back. And guess what happened? Jamal Charlo, he did the same thing with Tony Harrison. He ran it right back. So if you lose, run it right back. If you don't think you got it the way the way you want it, run it back. And I think, like I say, I think that took a big hit on his career and his. You can see a lot of his mentality coming out. That's not a winner's mentality. But I got this guy that's up on my screen right now. If you don't know who he is, his name is Arnold Barbosa. This guy is no joke. He's coming up through the rankings, little by little. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people say, yeah, I know who he is. He's not a well-known fighter. I looked at some tape on him for maybe about a couple hours before I even put this video together. This guy's solid, and I'm gonna be honest to you, flat out. He'll beat Teo. If this fight actually become, they sign contracts and they get ready to set a date and all that stuff, he's going to beat Teo. He's going to beat him. Trust me. Go watch it. Go watch it. Go watch the tape on it. You guys let me know what you think about his skill set and who you think will win. Arnold Barbosa Jr. is a very technical, sound boxer. He's not wild. He's not crazy. He'll walk you down. He's smart with it. You could tell this guy is a very slick boxer. And just a lot of times, a lot of people think the more arsenal, sometimes in the sport of boxing, you keep it simple, you'll win. And that's how Teo got beat by KAMBOSOS. KAMBOSOS kept it simple and he won. So I think that this guy could beat Teo the same way. But if not worse, if not, get him out of there. So in my own personal opinion, I think this is a bad idea. I think it'll take a very big hit mentally, financially on Teofimo. I think Teofimo came up through the ranks too fast. I think with what he had, like 15 fights when he fought Lomochenko, 15, 16 fights or something like that. I think it was 16, but whatever. So I think that he was ready for that fight. That was it's kind of strange because Lomochenko was a really, really good fighter. So it was kind of strange for him to actually put on a performance like that. But if you watch that fight closely, Lomochenko, I think, was more nervous about Teo's power. He was a little hesitant to do what he normally does. In a rematch, I think that Lomochenko would have beat him. I think Lomochenko would have beat him, and Lomochenko almost beat him at the end of that fight. He almost put him on his butt. He almost got him out of there. Go watch the fight again. Teofimo, he was dominant all the way up to the 8th or 9th round, and after that, Lomochenko came on heavy. He came on heavy. You know, when you get up there with the top guys like that, and you start rematching, you start kind of getting to that championship mode. That's it. You got to fight. You got to put up a shutout. And I think that Teofimo, I think he needs a pick-me-up fight. He needs a tune-up fight. He needs a guy that he'll be heavily favored. A guy that's kind of give him a test, but not too much. So Teofimo can work on a lot of different things. Teofimo, as you can see, if you read my description, he's very flat-footed. He's more powered, heavy-handed. He wants to get the flash knockouts and stuff like that. You can't do that with talented boxers. I mean, I don't know, man. I think this is a bad idea as far as the matchup against Barbosa. I think it's a bad idea, and I think that Teofimo, he will be in the same position he just got himself out of. And like I said, he should. You guys, what you think about him as far as rematching KAMBOSOS? Should he have took it when KAMBOSOS offered it to him in the ring? If you go back and look at the fight, you look at when they called KAMBOSOS' name, KAMBOSOS said straight out, "I will give him the rematch if he wants the rematch." Should he have not took the rematch? Was it, a lot of people don't talk about that. That's the reason why I model my boxing channel the way I do. I will discuss things that people will not talk about. I want to get down to the mental part, the conversation part, who's right, who's wrong, what does, other people's views. It's not about, me being right about everything I say. You might not agree with it, but I'm going to put it the way I'm going to put it because I'm not going to hide it. And I think that, like I say, Teofimo will probably lose his next fight. If he fight Barbosa. And I'm saying, before you even make a comment, go watch some tape on Barbosa and see what, Arnold Barbosa, and see what type of fighter he is. And then you go look at tape on Teofimo. Go look at Teofimo's last fight and with the Lomochenko. Just those two fights. And you then come back and then comment on this topic. I think it'll make for great conversation. And then you also take into account at the beginning of the video, the reason why I put my videos the way I do, I don't want to come out and just say any random thing. I want you guys to hear it from the guys that it's actually coming from. That way, it's more accurate. You guys ain't saying, well, you making up stuff. No. I'm saying it the way it should be said. I'm putting my videos the way they should be put. Well, the way my videos should be put to actually get the conversation out there. So, I do think that Teofimo is a very skilled fighter. I don't think he's the same fighter. I don't know if he'll ever be the same fighter as he was when he fought Lomochenko. I don't know if he could replicate that. I think that if, like I say, I think his sources out there is little, it's things here and there. He took the picture with Canelo. A lot of people trying to link them two together as far as working together. I hope it's true. Because if it's true, I think he can come back. He can come back. He can be that same fighter. He can get hungry. He'll be around a winning team. And I think it sounds bad sometimes. Even though your father brings you up through the ranks and he's been there, day one, he put you in a position so you can win. I think that Teo may need to kind of switch his main trainer. Somebody with more experience, somebody that's used to the limelight and can handle the limelight. And Canelo Alvarez and Eddie Reynoso. Those two guys, even if I was a boxer, man, if I didn't have a certain gym that I could go to, man, I would probably be over there training if I was a boxer. I'm long past boxing. But if I was, that's the kind of guys that I would want to be around. I want to be around a win situation. I want to take notes. I want to know what you're doing. You know, Canelo is the top dog in boxing. Everybody knows it. He's the highest paid. And he's still humble enough to get into that gym, put road work in, put the training in that's necessary to stay on top. And that's the type of people that Teofimo need to put himself around so he can be back on top. But you guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. That's going to conclude another episode of Big Bear Boxing Squad, episode number 46. You guys let me know what you think about this topic and all the other topics that I bring up on my channel. If you want to see what I'm wearing, shoptati.com. Follow me on all social media platforms that I'm currently on. Links will be down in the descriptions below. Just want to thank you guys like I do each and every single video. Without you guys, my channel wouldn't be what it is today. So thank you guys. If you're old to my channel, new to my channel, please try to make sure you watch the full video so you get the full breakdown of the content that I produce. Also, if you like the video, please give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And also hit the notification bell so you'll miss out on upcoming videos on this channel. That's going to conclude another episode of Big Bear Boxing Squad.